Hey, Silver Heist, thanks for being here today, man. I really appreciate having you on. It's been great actually talking to you for the last couple of minutes, catching up, and really nice looking silver stack you got going there. How you doing tonight?
I'm doing great, Florida Stacker. Thanks for thinking of me and inviting me to be on your channel.
Yeah, absolutely. And I look forward to appearing on your channel here in the near future too. Are those
That'd be awesome.
let's do it. Are those 10th ounce gold eagles you got there in that tube?
They are. I'm a fractional gold buyer. It's what I can afford. And so I like to buy 1/10 ounce gold. It's probably, well, it's what I have the most quantity of gold, certainly. It's a good size and it fits my budget.
Yeah, it's definitely my go-to as well. And I like to think about it like American football. You've got, four downs to make a first down, right? And you don't always have to go long on every play. So for those of us out there on a tight budget, or we're people who struggle in our lives to save consistently, and we want to build some type of rhythm and just a discipline. I don't like using the word discipline so much because it sounds negative, but in reality, it's if you can just kind of come up with a system where you're buying fractional gold or 10-ounce silver bars or 1 ounce silver rounds and
Yeah.
coins. That's more or less the way that I've done it, and I've been able to accumulate hundreds of ounces of silver doing that over the last 4 years. Speaking of which, in today's video, I really want to talk about two of the most popular silver items out there when it comes to silver stackers, and that is your 10-ounce silver bar and the American Silver Eagle coin. Now, yeah, there's other coins out there, and there's rounds, and there's 90%, and you can even get bigger bars. But when it comes down to what gets the most views on my channel, it tends to be those 10-ounce silver bars as well as American Silver Eagle topics. So I wanted to kind of go over that, and I know you had some
Yeah.
questions
Sure.
that you had thrown my way when we were communicating via email before setting this video up. So if you wouldn't mind, Heist, just
Yeah.
let me know what you got.
Yeah, well, I recently did a video on that topic, and I love talking about it because there's a trade off between, do you want a 10-ounce bar or do you want the 1 ounce coin of your choice? So when it comes to buying silver, the 10-ounce bar or your favorite, let's just call it the Eagle, which do you prefer and why?
Okay, so this is going to sound like a like a really strange answer, and because we have to pick between those two here in the state of Florida, I'm going to go with the American Silver Eagle right now. But let me explain
Mm-hmm.
why. Okay, there's a couple of pros to the American Silver Eagle. First, that's going to be I don't have to pay any sales tax on American Silver Eagles of any quantity, nor do I have to pay sales tax on 90% silver. But sticking to the American Silver Eagles, if I go to my coin shop, if I order from any of the popular online bullion dealers, with a few exceptions, but it's they're hard to find these days. I'm going to get hit with that 7% roundabout sales tax on silver bars and generic silver or foreign silver coins. So number one, right up front is the premium impact isn't as impactful when you're not paying sales tax and you are on the other stuff that tends to be a little
Wow.
cheaper. So number two for me is going to be my local coin shop. I've got two of them that I like to go to. It's what they want. It really is what they want. If I come walking in, especially this is something good for new silver stackers. If I go walking into either of those coin shops and I don't have a full tube of 20 or 25, something other than an American Silver Eagle, anything, they're going to be a little reluctant to buy because of that sales tax situation. The law here is that you have to make a $500 or more purchase to avoid that sales tax. So local coin shops in Florida like to sell tubes of anything that's not an American Silver Eagle because it puts it over that $500 threshold, right, on a purchase.
Huh.
So the customer saves by buying tubes of generic silver rounds or Canadian silver maple leafs or any of the other in that case. But if you're like a Florida stacker, somebody who likes to buy silver on Friday, and I like to buy whatever the minimum is to get free shipping and not usually have to pay, that $10 or whatever in shipping from the online dealers, then
Right.
it's to my disadvantage to buy 10-ounce silver bars or stuff like that at this time that way because I'm getting hit with the sales tax. So it's
Yeah.
best for me to buy the 10-ounce bars when I'm buying 2 or 3, you probably 3 given spot price today, because that would put me over $500. I'm not going to pay sales tax, and I could take advantage of that lower premium. And then just to wrap
Right.
it up, the other thing about ASEs too is availability. They tend to just always be available at the local coin shops.
Mhm.
If anything's going to be available, it's going to be that. And then security, people feel secure here in the United States having an American silver coin, even though, who really cares these days about the fiat backing? I mean, who really cares about the denomination that's stamped on it? Now, but to get to the con real quick, Heist, obviously it's the
Yeah.
premium over spot. That is the con. The mint charges these dealers and a certain price, which is pretty reasonable. My understanding is like $2 to $3 over spot per American Silver Eagle or something to the APMEX and other places like that buy them in bulk. But I think that the American Silver Eagle sales are the bread and butter. It's how a lot of these coin shops make margin, and they're able to bring in additional inventory with that margin, which brings in the other sales. So because they sell so many ASEs, they mark them up, they make their money, and they can bring in some other stuff for their customers. Just kind of thinking out loud there.
Yeah.
That's really what it comes down to, the American Silver Eagle. And with the 10-ounce bar, I'll wrap it up here real quick on the 10-ounce bar. The premium is much better on the 10-ounce silver bar. You can get them pretty close to spot price, especially if you're chasing something a little less desirable. If you're going after the RCM 10-ounce silver bar, the Britannia, you're going to pay a higher premium. But if you just want a 10-ounce generic silver bar, you can get them, tarnished or BU at a pretty good price at coin shops and online. That is really the pro, that you get a lot of weight in silver in one purchase. It's a bar.
Right.
It's easy to store. It's easy to transport. It's just one bar. But that sales tax implication, that's a negative for me. What about you, man?
Wow.
I'm a little curious. How are things up in your area? What would you, if you had?
For taxes?
Yeah.
Well, they call us Taxachusetts in the old days.
That's right.
So it's not good on sales taxes for metals. It's $1,000 minimum, or else it's taxes, and it's the same whether you're a Silver Eagle or a 10-ounce bar. So there's no difference. It's just the sum of all of your metals have to hit $1,000, and then you can avoid 6%, 0.25. Strangely, platinum always is taxed. So I don't have a lot of platinum. I have modest amount of interest in platinum, but silver and gold are treated the same, and there's no special treatment for any coin or bar. So they're all taxed unless you can put a big bulk order together. Or I can neither confirm nor deny this, but I think if you went into a local coin store and you just wanted a couple of ounces and you handed the guy some $20 bills, you probably could walk out with some silver coins, if you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, I do know what you say.
But
I do know.
I'm not saying that ever happened. But it could conceivably.
Yep.
But I think if I'm just looking at premiums and the price of a 10-ounce bar and Silver Eagles, if the math came out that I could get a 10-ounce bar for the same cost as 10 Eagles, I'd be leaning heavily towards the 10-ounce bar. So I kind of like that. I kind of like that math, that I could get a 10-ounce bar for the cost of like 8 nice government bullion coins, or whatever the ratio is at that time. So I'd kind of lean towards 10. And I mean, sometimes I'm very happy to pick up a couple ounces or go someplace and get an ounce or two. Totally happy with that. But I think maybe it's just my habits, that if I get a 10-ounce bar here and even occasionally a kilogram bar from an online dealer, those 10 steps or those 32 steps at a time, I look back a few months and it's like, wow, I've actually made some strides. So I kind of like the 10-ounce bar for maybe playing a little catch up, or just making some 10 strides at a time.
Yeah.
And then occasionally, so I'll take two steps, no doubt. I'll take them where I can get them.
Yeah. I mean,
But
that's what we do. We look for the advantage where we can find it.
Yeah. So I do like a good 10-ounce bar for sure. So, what kind of 10-ounce bars do you like?
Yeah, so that's really where my mind was going, and I'm going to answer your question, and then I'm going to ask you a question. And I think the viewers of my channel know that I like the RCM 10-ounce silver bar, as well as the Britannia silver bar, and even the 100-ounce versions of both, because I'm mostly a coin stacker. And so it just kind of goes along with the same mentality for me of wanting to stack a sovereign bullion product. However, something that I've noticed is that I'm going to pay quite a bit more to buy, a Royal Canadian Mint bar, a Britannia bar. But if I need to offload that bar at my local coin shop, the truth is, Heist, they just don't care. It's almost like you really need to limit your sales audience of a silver bar like that to something like eBay or like an Instagram group, or you're selling it on some other method to get rid of it, to capture the premium that you paid to purchase that bar back on the sales side. Because what I'm noticing is, let's say you go in and you pay $310 for an RCM 10-ounce silver bar. I'm just throwing numbers. And $270 for like a Sunshine Mint bar. It's 10 ounces of silver. It's got security features, etc. When you go into the coin shop, he's going to offer you $250 for both of them. And so you're so far upside down. So I think if you're going to buy the sovereign silver bars that I like, you got to really have a long game mentality.
Yeah.
And that's why I buy them, because when it comes to the things that I put my money into, silver and gold for me is a long game. There's a lot of other assets out there that are cheap at this time that I've been buying, but I'm buying those for quick gains. When the market turns next year, the year after, hopefully I can take said profits, elevate my lifestyle a little bit, and then put some of that into gold and silver, and the cycle repeats itself, and I continue to build more wealth over time by locking in those gold and silver gains. So I like the RCM bars and the Britannia bars, mostly the Sunshine Mint bars. But the truth be told, from a financial standpoint, it makes more sense for me to buy as cheap as I can get them, if that's what I want to stack, if it's something I'm going to need to dip into when I want to go to cash.
And so outside of the Eagles, what government bullion 1-ounce coins are you stacking, or that you like?
Well, I'm running this 100-ounce and silver coins stacking challenge. It was something I wanted to do to kind of bring back the filling empty tubes that I'd been doing a couple years, for a couple years running now on YouTube. And it's getting close. I think I'm somewhere around 90 ounces in that series, where I've done the Krugerrand, the Kangaroo, the ASC, the random date ones, right? Try to keep it cheap as possible. And what else? So Krugerrand, Kangaroo, Maple Leaf, Britannia, and American Silver Eagle. However, if I had to just exclusively stack one of those, I would probably do the Canadian Silver Maple Leaf. And the reason behind that is the spot price to buy them. They go on sale a lot, which is nice. I've noticed they do go on sale quite a bit. The spot price, the premium over spot is $1 to $2, maybe $3 cheaper than the American Silver Eagle. But when I've gone to sell them, usually they're pretty competitive, maybe $1, $1.50 behind an ASC premium when I've gone to sell them in the past. So that spread between the buy and the sell is pretty tight. There's demand for them in North America. I would call them the second most in demand silver coin. And, people do like the newer 2018 milky leaves, right? The non-milk.
Right.
So, I would say American Silver Eagle, if the premiums were better, would be my go-to coin. But if I had to de facto a silver coin, it would be the Canadian Silver Maple Leaf.
Yeah, it's a very beautiful coin. The maple side is amazing with the radial lines and the leaf. The leaf is amazing.
It absolutely is.
And then now that it's not milky, it's like, and that's kind of when I started stacking, like right when they transitioned. I think, I don't know if that I forget what the first year was. Was it 2019 was the good Maples, or 2018? But it was,
2018. Yeah.
yeah, that's right when I started. Like, that's right when I started making videos, or buying. And so, like, I was buying. So here's the funny thing. I was buying Silver Eagles back. I was buying Silver Maples over Silver Eagles in 2018 because I wanted to save money. And man, did I miss out on buying Silver Eagles back in 2018. You know what I'm saying? In terms of the premiums of 2020 and beyond. So, like, I have invoices from Atmex. I might have paid $19 for a Silver Eagle. I mean, it's crazy.
Yeah.
And why did I buy 3? I don't know. So, or why did I buy 2 Eagles and 1 Maple? I mean, so I could have made much more hay earlier buying
we all
Eagles.
wish we could go back in time, don't we? I mean, I wish I could have bought Bitcoin back in 2013 or whatever, you know. I wish I would have known about Apple Computer and Google back in the day, but when it comes to the Eagles, I do remember stacking them for $250 over spot. You could get a tube of random date American Silver Eagles back in 2018, 2019 for under $500. And I remember another one too, Heist, and I know you're a big fan of the 10th ounce fractional gold, but I was buying like 4 10th ounce fractional gold coins back at that time for like $140 a pop. And I remember people getting on my channel going, "Oh man, you're paying way too high a premium. You could just save the money." And I'm like, "Yeah, but during the 2 months it's going to take for me to save to get a 1/4 ounce over the 10th ounce because I'm still buying silver. Damn, spot price went up $200." So it's like,
I mean, I'm not sure. I swear I have comments from way back when I was saying, I think I just missed the $50 jump in gold. I want to buy some gold. And people like, oh, if you're paying $1,400 for gold, you're chasing it. It's like, it's nice when you have 10 or 20 ounces and I'm trying to get established. It's like, I wish I bought more $1,400 gold.
Yeah, I mean, come on, gold's knocking on its all-time high again. And people don't, if you went out and I guarantee if you went out and bought a 1 ounce higher premium gold coin right now, let's go with just, I don't know, something from the Perth Mint, like a swan or something. And you put that on your channel, people would say, "Oh man, beautiful gold coin, gold," because gold's really hot right now. Back in 2018, you would have got fried. There would have been like, I don't know. It just, it seems that whole concept of buy low, sell high kind of goes out the window with when the price is really high. People are just like, they're enamored by it. So,
well, it's certainly fun when you order something. So a lot of times I buy online with some kind of e-check, and it takes like 7 days to clear or something, and like. When things are rocking and rolling, I can place an order, and by the time it comes to me, it's worth more than when I bought it. It doesn't always work out that way, but it's pretty exciting when it does. And we just sort of hit that in the last month. Things are, I bought something, and 8 days later, it's worth more. And 10 days after I received it, it's worth even more. So, I mean, I know we're just thinking of ounces, but it's kind of fun to keep score a little bit.
It is. I still think the best purchase I ever made was the day that the markets reacted to COVID-19. And I bought a 1 ounce platinum coin for like $740 that morning when the prices were just plummeting on everything. And even though platinum hasn't performed as well as gold, it's still way up compared to what I percentage wise for a single transaction, but it can happen. So guys, girls, everyone out there listening, hey, this has been Florida Stacker with Silver Heist. I'm going to go ahead and close it out now. We are going to come back and drop a video on Silver Heist channel here in a couple of weeks. So if that would be awesome. So I can't wait, really, honestly. If those viewers that are still here right now, and I know you're out there because you guys are the ones that leave the comments and you've been around a long time. First of all, thank you. And secondly, if you could just drop some questions down in the comment section, any topics you'd like Heist and I to go over. either give you our analysis or our experience, whatever, go ahead and drop them down in the comment section, and I'll be happy to bring those up during our next session. So, Heist, thanks for being on my show today, and
thanks for inviting me, and thanks for thinking of me.
Absolutely.
I think we're a good, similar but different. I like your style. I like your consistency, and I like just sort of your quiet leadership. Just go out and do it, and so I respect that.
Yeah, I appreciate that. And I've always loved the way that you break it down. You get all the mint numbers, the 1 ounce gold eagle versus the 10th ounce, and all the surprises, and how you like kind of build up the anticipation of the answer with the chalkboard. And I've always appreciated your content too. So, hey man, thanks again. Thank you all for being here. Hopefully you learned something about some pros and cons of 10 ounce silver bars. You get more weight, right? Lower premium, but you might have to look for some cheaper ones if you think you're going to have to sell them kind of quick. And with American Silver Eagles, there's tax advantages, but you have to weigh, is that tax advantage really there when the premium over spot is as high as it is compared to some of the other coins out there? So we'll talk about that probably a little bit more, and some more gold and silver topics when we come back in a couple weeks on this next tag up over on Silver Heist channel. Thank you all for being here. Have a wonderful Easter, and we'll talk to you again soon.
Thank you for watching our video. I hope you subscribe to our YouTube channel.